Good evening and welcome back, everyone. We are here for the final match of the night for the XLNC Week 3 Lightweight Scrim Gym. I am Gaspom, joined the fantastic Jets Express, and we have two great teams who made it all the way through the bracket. It's going to be, on the blue side, we have the Right Swipe Kings versus Wildfire Eagles. And already deep into this champion select, last band going up on the board, and man, great set of games we had tonight, Jess Express.
It's definitely going to be interesting. We've seen some really unconventional team compositions work out for Wildfire Eagles, but we do know that Right Swipe Kings, I will get that right eventually, is just one of those teams that has such cohesiveness, such strong gameplay, and they've been on the Scrim Gym multiple times and just showed what they're made out of. So it'll be interesting night if they can finally grab a victory up in here in the Scrim Gym, or if we'll see Wildfire grab that victory up for themselves. It'll be interesting to see, as we have the Orin picked out again. Worked really well for White Swipe Kings on the orange side, and they're doing the echo composition once again. But a Jarvan has also come out on the side of Wildfire. We haven't seen those have been banned all night because he's just such a good team composition built jungler with the ultimate that can just lock in, can hard engage team fights, get those picks, as well as a flag and drag to be able to escape out, be able to go in and do a knock up CC.
Oh yeah, Cataclysm is a great resource to use, especially as the build around for the J4. So smart call, smart choice overall, and really like seeing that come on through here. Ornn once again into the top lane, now against Akali. Akali's a good champion, does hyperscale, especially as the assassin, and Ornn, as we've said, can have difficulties, but we've seen Impact perform admirably on that before. Some mistakes made by his opponent on the Fewer in the first game of tonight's broadcast, but here we are in the third and final game, and the Rakan getting locked in. That is a very interesting choice.
I'm surprised they didn't ban out Isaiah, knowing they see the Rakan on the boards right off the bat here to get that Rakan-Isaiah combination. But it looks like there's going to be an Aurelia man out on the boards, as she's been strong. I actually haven't seen her a while on play in some competitive play, and she's just such a really great champion. If you're really highly skilled, can just do so much for your team. So obviously it is a clear ban choice for the side of Right Swipe Kings.
Right. So you've seen these bans come through, really taking their time on that one, despite the fact that all of this has been planned out in advance via Pro Draft. Yeah. Gonna be seeing Kale as the last ban in for the Right Swipe Kings. Two more picks for each side remaining coming on through here, and seeing Slim Fruse's AD carry going to be the Caitlyn once again locked in that position.
So it looks like we're seeing more of a conventional combination happening for the side of Wildfire Eagles. Here we have the Morgana that has been gone through. Surprisingly, a lot of Morgana go through. A very strong choice for the bot lane, especially with the Caitlyn pick for that far range siege potential that we've been seeing in the past here. And Isaiah Rakan, just as Isaiah Rakan combination is just going to be a really nice to go into the bot lane here and just have that wombo combo potential, and plus the bonuses that they get for picking both of those champions in the lane.
For sure, and going to be seeing the Orianna swap to mid lane as that last pick, of course. Zyra, the support option for the Caitlyn, I think a very smart choice overall. Really like seeing the Orianna. Enables a lot of stuff with his team composition as far as the Ornn and the Echo are concerned, along with the Zy ultimate. I think a very strong composition drafted in for the side of Right Swipe Kings. Over on the side of Wildfire Eagles, a much more traditional composition drafted in. The Morgana and Zyra are not exactly meta picks, but I think they fill reasonable roles on this composition. Morgana is that pick off and potential big team fight with the ultimate, the Soul Shackles, as well as the Tormented Soil and the Spell Shield, a strong tool to keep Caitlyn safe with Zyra. Zyra being a really good burst mage. I really like seeing that with the Cataclysm from the J4. Get some great combinations off with that. And Akali top lane is that assassin insurance policy for getting those high priority targets down.
So it looks like on the side of Wildfire Eagles, they have that siege potential, they have that pick potential, and they have that team composition potential. We have the G4 that can go in with that ultimate lock some members in place, like the Orianna, for example, and the Zaya. If we take in mind, Zaya's ulti cannot go over the wall and cannot be mitigated by Jarvan ultimate. I've played Zaya in the past, and I really thought it would go over, for example, a York wall, and it did not, and I was definitely surprised then. So he can lock that Zaya and can lock in that Orianna, as well as to bring in that Zyra ultimate to knock him up, do that AP damage. Morgana has an AoE CC to come in with those snares, Hourglass in AoE CC, so they have some wombo combo happening here. They also have pick potential with Morgana snare, the Zyra CC, and the Jarvan, of course, that can go in and flag and drag. So they have quite a good cohesiveness. They have mobility and what they could use with their comp. On the side of right swipe kings, we have the Ornn that can go in with the ultimate, like we've seen, and Echo just go in, land those shields, the CC, and he got really strong, like we've seen in the first game here, with those 3 Infernos. Just had knocked and bursted with his knife of laser instantly. So it'll be interesting to see if he can pop off again, along with the Orianna AoE ultimate that can do knock up, with Zaya with the feathers that can pull in and do that burst damage, as well as CC, and Rakan to just do what Rakan does best, go in, knock up CC as well. So they have that hard engage composition, they have a wombo combo composition, not so much a split push. Siege potential, not as strong as we would see on Wildfire Eagles.
So, without a doubt on that one, I mean, both teams very strong compositions. Excited to see what matches coming up. We will be back in just a few minutes for the remaining time and spectator delay. We'll see you all in just a few minutes on the Rift. Don't touch that dial. Hey, good evening. Welcome back, everyone. We're here for the third and final game of the XLNC Lightweight Scrim Gym. I am Casper. I'm joined by the fantastic Jess Express, and we are here for this final match. It's going to be Right Swipe Kings versus the Wildfire Eagles. Both teams screaming up the fountain. 5-man stack coming through from the Wildfire Eagles, looking to go into that jungle, get some pressure down. Right Swipe Kings looking to match that in top lane.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how both teams play out. We've seen the right swipe king.
You could do it.
Been,
You could do
I
it.
can
You're
do
so
it.
close.
I keep thinking of a song. But will they take the title of Scrim Gym champion this week, or will it be Wildfire Eagles that will take the belt, take the champion for the tournament this week?
Oh my goodness.
It's going to be head-to-head, as we've seen interesting plays happen by both teams.
So the stat coming through from Wildfire Eagles is down here at this red buff. Zaya and Rakan really don't look interested in messing with this. But in the top lane, Akali coming down here. I want to take a look at that. Will opt to take the safe route, is going to get spotted out there. Looks like it will be a rote trade of these red buffs. Ward for ward here, and potentially an interesting vertical jungling path for both these guys. We'll see how it impacts the rest of the map.
For me, I thought you didn't say it was a road trip for Akali. I was like, I mean, if she's going a really long way around, I hope not. That would be a late laning phase for her, but it looks like she's trying to do something here with that Echo.
Always blame jungler. Could be in trouble. Morgana looking for that binding here. Akali coming out and getting some good damage onto the Echo.
Oh!
Turn this does have quite a lot of damage coming back in, forces that flash.
Once that
Ornn
first
is
blood.
late to the party. Man,
Oh my god, going
great
so
counter.
ham.
Very, very close, but Echo's going to be dropped to a sliver, and Alka Laura on that J4, cleaning out that bottom side jungle. Adjustment and Vicro need to be careful.
Akali really adding in a lot of pressure, but will that punish her, as Ornn's level 2 already? She did really chase very hard for that, and that's going to give Ornn a little bit of an advantage here on CS and level right off the bat.
But it's a trade in every sense of the word there. For all of the advantages lost top lane, you've gained them in the jungle. This J4 massively ahead of the Echo. Echo forced back after just 2 camps here. J4 able to get that clear off the entire bottom side of the jungle, able to go over to his blue buff immediately after that, cleaning out the red Echo. We're going to lose out on a lot of jungle economy and time there, so we'll see how the rest of this squad capitalizes.
Hopefully Jarvan can return the favor and help Akali out there, because she did take a hit trying to do that for Jarvan.
So, I mean, Almat is going to get shoved in top lane, but that's fine. I mean, you're against the Ornn. It's okay if you don't pop off early. I mean, the first real opportunity you'll have to really make a huge impact on this lane is once you get that Gunblade and then can start roaming around the map. Your job isn't to kill the Ornn as the Akali, it's to farm up against the Ornn and then kill all of his teammates.
Oh yeah, definitely go in and assassinate. Just sit there and be that kind of slow lane push where he's like hiding in the shadows and cannot be touched in order to just free farm up for sure. And yeah, like you said, we have Jarvan at 21 CS here, about a 15 CS lead on the Echo, who only has 8 CS, going back in to try and get that scuttle.
And a lot of this is a huge slowdown on Echo's momentum as a jungler. J4 able to free farm up. I'm surprised that Alka Laura hasn't tried to make a play with this advantage that he's gotten to be clear, but looking like he might just want to try to power out that level 6 marker, at least he's level 4 or 5, before going for the ganks, get as many camps as he can off the map. Echo was not truly punished by losing buffs for the mistakes that he made there, and it's surprising to me that we didn't see J4 look to steal that blue buff while Echo was so weak, but it's going to capitalize across the map, get those advantages, but those advantages don't matter that much if you can't turn them into anything material. Though we do see about a 600 gold lead off just CS already this early into the game.
And not only that, we're already seeing an Infernal spawn right off the bat here at the 9-second mark. First dragon of the game. We have Warren control happening for a red side, so it'll be interesting to see if they can utilize that, as they have quite a gold lead here by about a 600 gold lead.
So it's very surprising to me that we haven't seen Rakan really try to go all in on this Zyra. Brokaika is made of glass and paper mache, and if you can get rid of those plants before they're able to really transform and do a whole lot of work, you can make things really happen in this lane. But I think that a Adjustment and Vicro very comfortable to just farm this one out. Almod is having a very tough time in this top lane against the Ornn. Looking for the pop-up there, will find that. Oh, that damage is absolutely severe. Looking for that, gets the slow down. Looking to escape here. Ornn has the flash. W coming up, Bella's Breath. What a great timing, and that's going to be first blood once again, I believe, for Impact. The bottom lane, Viker going to be found out here. Here comes Echo. Looking to get that shield on down there, but J4 matching, but no kills and no real advantages propped up there. The kill, however, has evened up that gold lead. The teleport popped by the Akali just to get back in the lane.
Yeah, literally inch by inch, every time the gold lead, it's exactly the same. It's changing exactly the same. I've never seen such a gold lead in sync right now in this game here. Oh, and the sync has been broken by red side here. But yeah, first one going over to blue.
I think that's okay. Again, you're playing a team with Desire with the Rakan. There's a big root coming on through onto the Caitlyn, forcing the flash on out. That timing is really interesting because in a lot of ways, it's actually better to get the flash out than it would be to get the extra damage on the Caitlyn. Because if you get that CC lock, I really don't think, especially since the blade color pullback was what got that root in the first place, that you're able to lock that down. In fact, the crackback in the trade might actually be more detrimental, but just forcing that flash out of the Caitlyn is such a huge summoner to be down, and it's really kind of a panic move from Slim Faruso.
Yeah, so Caitlyn has that flash. If we look on the side, Zaya has the Helion, so there is that advantage, like you said. The Rakan and Zaya could pretty much engage that if they choose to, but they're going to be backing here, and they're going to gain a CS advantage here, possibly with Zaya shoving out the lane to possibly reset as well, try and get some of that lane denial into that turret there before Caitlyn can return.
Right, and one of the things that is really nice for Zaya is that she has a lot of wave clear with those feathers, with the Q, with the blade collar coming on back there, and the extra attack speed very, very nice as well. And this is a great position for this bot lane. And with Impact doing as well as he is top against Sakali, that's a really great place for the Ornn to be in as well when you're looking for this team-fighting top laner, big, beefy front line who's probably going to be looking to complete another very early first item upgrade for that bonus.
I'm surprised to see that Jarvan hasn't really added in a lot of pressure on the map yet, considering he's level 6 and he has that lead on Echo. I feel like now is the time to start utilizing that, even though it does look like a lot of pushing out and extension is happening on the map, so not a whole lot of gank potentially or besides in the middle lane, and wanting to aim towards that Infernal now because Infernal is up.
Oh yeah. Ooh, Impact taking so much damage getting the executed from the Akali, and that is a classic overstay from the Ornn coming back to bite in there. Akali picking up that kill, which is so good for her on the board right now. Impact.
Yeah, she definitely needed that.
Yeah, Impact just a little greedy there. Akali certainly has enough money to go back, complete that Bilgewater Cutlass as well as boots. If she has the availability on those. So brown bags and the Amp Tome going for some AP, but here's J4 going with the ult. Coming on in, gets the charm, looking for a way on out. Vicro flashes, gets the heal. There's the shield ticking on down, but here's that Ornn ult. Will get the knockback onto another. Echo is here. The rest of the team is coming. Adjustment in danger. Does not have the ultimate. No, but will pull that back. Alcalora. One clap. That's the kill. Root. There's the ult from the Orianna. Slim Brusa with a sliver of health left. It's going to be a 3-for-1.
What a flawless play. I was looking at that and I'm like, oh, I don't know if Right Swipe Kings has that, but if they made the Echo hold it, he went in with his engage, very low health, but he had his ultimate to pop off, and not only that, Orianna ultied off of that combination and gave him that CC potential to go in and do that damage without being attacked and be able to ulti back. Like, that had to be some sort of insane synergy, because you have to time that perfectly in those seconds to be able to execute it, and they executed it flawlessly in a losing team fight where they turned it around into a winning team fight. Not only that, can we talk about the escapes that Rakan pulled? Yeah, he didn't get out, but holy, the ultimate jumping and just from that three-man, I thought he was going to die a lot sooner, and he literally almost got out. It was,
well,
the mechanic plays were just nice.
I think maybe more important than, so Rakan did die at the end of the day there. But the fact of the matter is, he dragged the rest of the fight and split the focus by doing so. He demanded attention from the rest of the team to finish that kill off. Ended up dragging. It was, honestly, I think the MVP of the fight is Viker's ability to stay alive as long as he did and drag that fight out, as well as forcing out so many major cooldowns. Alcalora forced to pop Cataclysm on the Rakan, who then escaped from the Rumble Cage, is huge. And
then the TP that came in by Ornn.
Right, it was an incredible TP from the Ornn to really lock up that fight. He's already a brick. He was so hard to kill there. And then a brilliant Featherstorm from the Xayah, really dodging the aggro on that one and able to stay alive, pick up those assists. Great play overall from the side of the right side Kings here. They're looking for another engage in the bot lane, but those Zyra plans can demand attention for the time being. Mata's up here. Echo does have it ulti here. Comes the Ornn. Coming on through. Oh, disrespects that Akali damage and goes down to the execute.
That was a lot of damage. I don't think Echo expected that. He had his ulti up. He was ready to use it to reset. And the Ornn to go in.
But
and
here's the fight in the bot lane now. The charm onto the Zyra. Root coming on through. Broke Kaika there getting on out. If Xayah had not eaten that snare, 100% kills there coming on through, but a great disengage from Kaika, from Slim Fruza, able to buy them a ticket out of that one. But as you say, top lane there. Oh, there's the ult coming back from the Orianna, dropping him down on low. And that's huge solo kill. Big Daddy Colton, really putting the screws in the Morgana there. Lol own going down. A Featherstorm from the Xayah to dodge out of that CC, but Micro very, very low. For a play on up here. Alcalora in trouble. Going on over the wall. Big Daddy Colton down to his sliver. One more. Oh, there's the Cataclysm mistake there. Here is the Akali. Look at Big Daddy Colton has those shields. Looking for a way on back. Execute coming through. But wow, the shutdown and the outplay once again from the Orianna.
The auto attack. Is that an attack speed Orianna I see there? Because that was some auto attack. Central happening, 5 kills happening on Orianna, giving her a 500 gold shutdown as she's going to reset here and probably, most likely, finish her item here and get the Luden's Echo and then get the Sorcery Boots to add in the magic penetration and a lot of magic damage here on the boards against that Morgana that doesn't even have a full item built yet on the boards. But if you look at the bot lane, Xayah here has 20 CS or 30 CS lead on the Caitlyn here. Just massive, and the call to top it off to give that gold bonus potential, and now she's going to build off an Essence Reaver, and Caitlyn only has a BF sword pickaxe, and she has her boots out, so that's going to give Xayah that crit potential.
Now,
but we can't take out. We have to put in consideration that the Berserker Graves is going to give the attack speed and movement speed for Caitlyn to proc off her passive poke.
One thing I would like to mention before we move on about that fight with the Akali and the Orianna top lane is Big Daddy Colton's mechanics there on the Orianna were instrumental to that outplay, and it was attack moving with the Orianna when combined with the great ball mechanics there to prevent the Akali, or prevent the loss of any damage in that fight to the Akali. So Rift Herald charging down the mid lane. This could very likely be a tower here. Turret plating does fall, so no real need to force that one. Akali coming through, and just not a moment too soon there on the retreat there. The 5-man collapse will get stuffed by the great disengage from the members of the Rice White Gangs.
And this is when you can tell why these teams have made it this far into the finals of the Scrim Gym. As we're going to get a Cloud Drake spawning here on the boards, getting some vision control. Looks like there's a lot of rotations happening, a lot of traffic happening here. Will there be a traffic jam?
I mean, Ornn is already on the bottom side of the map. He's holding out mid lane right here. I really love that call down from the top laner. Ornn
Akali
in position.
has TP.
Ornn has the ultimate too, and he also has his TP, so this is just great macro play as well. I think wisely, no challenge from the Cloud Dragon here from Wildfire Eagles. No need to really put their lives on the line for that one. It's going to be a minimal help to them, and the potential losses are enormous. Gee, if we're going to stop that by the Echo here, but always blame jungler, maybe in a little bit of trouble. It's pretty squishy, but manages to dash over the wall.
And it looks like for the first time in this game so far, we're going to see a gold lead happening on the board. So right swipe Kings having a 3K gold lead or a little bit less.
Ooh, Vicro needs to be real careful. Drop down to just a sliver from the Ignite. Zaya wisely opting to take that, and Vicro living with well and truly single-digit HP. That's incredible. He's down to 5 probably. Ooh, always blame jungler. Here comes that Echo. Getting the stun off, finding a great amount of damage as the Feather Caller will be an easy kill. Zyra does not have that ult. Neither does Slim Bruce. 100% that they could have taken that fight when they came up into the bush. Just a little bit of hesitation cost them there.
A beautiful roam happening too on top of that into that bush to get that pick out.
Oh, yeah.
Giving them more of a lead here.
Stop that! Stop that yawning right now.
More of a lead
this game
here.
Is exciting. Come on.
It is exciting. More of a lead here with a, I would say, 4K gold lead happening for the side of right swipe Kings on the boards. In the matchup, we have the Orianna here, 5 kills, 126 CS. Morgana sustaining that CS, only behind by 6, so giving that, keeping it in, but since the kills are so far ahead, from not even killing Morgana, but picking it up around the map, is where we see the deficit here of a 2K gold difference for the Orianna. In the bot lane, we're looking at Zaya here that has a 30 CS difference. That is massive. And the call has been complete with all stacks, so it looks like on the back it's going to be sold here, as we're going to get more gold income and items on the boards.
Now, one of the
That's
things...
going to be a little bit detrimental for Caitlyn.
Now, one of the things I'd like to mention here is that the cull is not worth a lot of money in the store, and it's actually a mistake to sell it until you need the item slot. Because it does provide stats, even if the active gold economy portion of it isn't still ticking, so... worth to keep it around. I mean, if you look at the stat block there, it is 7 attack damage and 3 life on hit. So, until you need the slot or the 180 extra gold, it's worth keeping around for a little bit. Ooh, man. Oh, but that was a mistake. Akali trying to go back in against the Ornn, who has the completed and upgraded Abyssal Mask. Not the smartest plan. Echo is up here.
Yeah, she's doing no damage to him now.
Wow. Alkalora taking quite a beating from the Echo. For that ultimate on back, was forced to pop that. In the bottom lane, it's going to be Micro. There's the flash in. There's the play. Coming on through there. Will trade his life for that one. Slim Frusa under threat now. Adjustment looking for this. Will pop the Featherstorm. Blade Collar not in time to lock in the kill. Looking for Brokaika. Will force them both back. And Vicro going on down there for that aggression, but still ball 100% in the court of RSK.
Yeah, RSK gaining some momentum here on the boards. We were just talking about how...
Ooh, that flash was so good. Almont is here. The ult goes wide. Big Daddy Colton goes down finally. Almont with the shutdown. Binding gonna miss with the Morgana. Lol owned. Maybe looking for the turnaround here for the Bellows Breath. Not gonna do it. That stun on there, but there's the root.
Ooh, Ornn can kill them.
Impact needs to make a decision here. He's popping those Soul Shackles, has the Bellows Breath, gets that kill onto the Morgana. Almont is very, very low, but so is Impact there. Does get that speed. Here's a Vicro on the Rakan going in. There's the pop-up. Looking for the play. Always blame junglers here. Gets the stun to cracks Brokaika in half. Almont now looking for a way on out, but there's no way to find it as Impact is on a rampage.
Ooh, that was a really nicely played rotation here on the boards for right swipe Kings. Getting those plays in, getting, rotating around. If we've seen Ornn dancing around them for quite some time, just delaying and burning some time in order for his team to rotate, get some picks there on the boards, giving them such a lead here in that regards as 6K gold lead happening on the boards as Baron's about to spawn. They're starting to gain more and more gold here as we're seeing Wildfire Eagles going into that deficit as there's going to be that Infernal up, and they don't want to. We don't want White Striped Kings to really go in there and get that Inferno.
Oh, there's the ult onto the Caitlyn. Drop down into Sliver. Here comes Vicro. Snare onto 2. That's going to be the charm coming on through. J4 is here, but there's the Ornalt looking to lock this on up. Still in the Cataclysm. Coming on through. Looking to get a little bit more damage on the Bellow's Breath. Dropping the Morgana to just a Sliver, but he eats the root. Meanwhile, at the Dragon Echo, getting it pretty low. Zyra in here looking to make a play, but will eat that snare, will eat the damage, and blown to smithereens. Almad is here against the Judgment Drop. Very low. Doesn't even pop the Feather Storm there. So Almad now on the run against this Echo, looking for the Blast Plan on out, but always blame Jungle as the kill.
And always blame Jungle. Really, like, we've seen in chat questioning Echo picks, but always blame Jungle, really showing and proving what Echo is made out of here on the map. Playing it phenomenally with those double stuns, and just seeing, like, you know what? They were questioning, I'm not sure about that Echo pick, but we see the Echo dash in, and Orianna throwing that ball on him, and then just having that ultimate. He's able to go in and out of team fights without dying, and having an Orianna ulti on him.
Really, the thing that speaks to me with this Echo is that he has Brokaika's number on this Zyra. No safety whatsoever for that support. How squishy she is, and still doing quite a lot of damage at this point of the game, though. Already has the Rylai's completed. Almost certainly going to be looking for the Landry's Torment for the bonus burn damage, and basically pop all your abilities and die brand way of playing the game.
She's doing well in regards to CS, but if we look at Orianna's starting to out CS her now, and has those 6 kills. Look at, she has 2 needlessly large rods. Clearly she's going to be building into a death cap next. There it is, and that's just huge damage.
Oh, Rakan was just an inch away from death there. Is that Dark Binding barely missing. It's a nice setup from the side of Wildfire Eagles, but just so close. Rakan's model deceptively small in game.
And we just see on the boards here so much objective control happening for the side of Right Swipe Kings here, gaining those turrets with the 3 turrets on the board, 0 turrets.
This could be a mistake, though Akali does not have teleport. J4 has the flag and drag. They don't have total pink control of this Baron buff. Rookhook are going to be looking to drop that damage into the pit. Akali rotating up slowly but surely. Plants are there. They're looking for the turn. There's the pop-up onto the Zyra. Here comes the Echo. Looking for the flip. Gets 3. Oh, Galore going to be going down next. The Cataclysm comes through, but not enough to lock up the kill. It's Akali coming in, looking for cleanup. Gets 1 into the backline. There it is, the execute, but the root is huge from the Xayah. Will end up getting the Rakan. Slim Frusa doing so much damage to always blame Jungle. Popping the Johnny's Hourglass. That was a mistake. Eating that trap and will go down. Always blame Jungle. Had the flash and the misplay from the Echo.
Ooh.
Oh, Slim Frusa.
You know what? They did a great job of stopping them from getting that Baron, really denying them that with the Akali surviving long enough to take as many squishies down as possible in order to reduce that damage that can be done on that Baron. Regardless, they did get a turret, but it was a better trade for Wildfire Griffins. Wildfire Eagles. They did take down the tower in the bot lane. So, and then they traded turrets and got some kills.
Impact, buddy, what you doing? J4, wow. Burning the Ignite from Brokaika, too. Not even going to pick up that kill. That Ornn is so disgustingly tanky. And I'd like to point out a big factor in that fight was Echo making the misplay on
that Hourglass. But I don't think there was...
Right. Well, he had the flash. To dash in. He had the flash, and he should have had the Time Winder available. If he had flashed directly into the Caitlyn's face with the Time Winder active and then Eid, I mean, he's got the
and even then, he had the smite, right? Because yeah, you use the smite, but they're all dead anyway. They can't do anything against that Baron.
So yeah, that was a bit of a misplay from the Echo, but will have his flash up for this next fight. Coming on around the Baron, but is Baron even what this team needs to do? That's my next question.
I mean, not necessarily. I mean, yeah, they're doing a lot of control around it. They want to get those picks out, but do they have the siege potential? That's the thing.
I really like having Ornn go into the bottom lane and threaten this tower. He can certainly handle Akali in the 1v1. Akali has the Gunblade in the Hourglass. Oh, it's a shame that didn't get the pop-up, but... Almot down to half health versus this Ornn already. And yes, she has Sustain. Yes, she has the Legendary Spell Vamp, but I mean, look at this. Look at this punishment being doled out on the bottom lane tower there.
Yeah, and you know what? Guess what? I think it is the right call for them to be hovering that Baron because it forces the team to separate, forces Ornn to split push, and they want to get those picks as they won't have that siege.
Ornn is walking here. Might be a little bit late to the fight here. Baron down to 8,000. They're looking for a turn. Here comes the Ornn across that back line. Will end up whiffing it completely as Caitlyn is there in the mid lane, but Slim Frusa will die for the trouble. Feekro gonna be looking for more here. Now the Morgana forced to flash defensively over the wall. Akali is joined courtesy of the teleport, but it is a 1-for-2 nonetheless.
And that's a Baron. Is that the Baron they want?
I don't think so. Not with Echo dead. I think that you don't want to leave that up to a 50-50. I think that going for the Earth Drag is a very smart call here that really gives you better damage against these neutral objectives. I'm probably going and popping up. There's the sombrero from the Orianna, forcing him to flash out that damage. Oh, bro, Kaika with the flash there too. The fear is real.
That Orianna is insane all game. I thought she was literally going to die there. She ultied, flashed out, almost got a double, and forced a flash from Zyra. She's just so huge at this point. And not only that, she got that death cap and then upgraded it.
That
is an upgraded death cap.
Rapidoodle's Death Crown is 175 bonus ability power and then 40% more. Currently looking at an Orianna who has, I believe, 500 AP in 27 minutes. That is a filthy amount of damage that Big Daddy Colton is putting out, and he is looking to put the team on his back here as we head into the later parts of this game. Oh, Echo's found it.
Ornn, though, is really making
good Echo ult there.
a lot of plays too.
So Brokaika dropped down to a sliver of health is actually pretty big. Zyra will have to recall the heal, but unfortunately Xayah is not present. Otherwise, this could almost certainly be a strong Baron attempt.
And that's the thing, right swipe Kings can really just sit here all day, and they want to force fights at Baron Pit because it reduces the grouping that is needed by Wildfire. They want to go in and get that group potential, they want to siege, but they can't because they're denying that and forcing them to fight at Baron.
Look at that Orianna damage! Slim Frusa dropped to a sliver of health from just the QW from Orianna. Brokaika once again dropped to a sliver. Echo is finding the backline. Now it's the Cataclysm from the Jarvan. Oh, no chance to make any kind of mark there. A great Hourglass from Big Daddy Colton. And it's just the Akali left alive and an easy chance to take this Baron.
Yeah, and just like that, they're forcing the control over the map. They know Ornn can really go in there and just win against the Akali in the bot lane and has that TP up to rotate in, and they can dance around Baron all day long and force them to contest that or give it up. And that's exactly what they did. And they knew they were winning 10 fights, and that was their control advantage. They know they can't siege. They know that the better siege is happening by Wildfire, and they utilize the fact that they knew that knowledge and was like, you know what, but we can get Baron a lot quicker and we can have stronger Baron Pit fights opposed to the enemy team.
TL Liquid living up to the name that he is hawking there, and 6-1-6 on this Ornn top lane. A crushing presence against Almat's Akali, who is desperately trying to, but there's the flag on her, there's the pop-up coming through, there's a big root already getting the Orianna, but that's one down, traded as well. The Featherstorm coming through the Akali, here's the pullback. In just a moment, Almat, what the Hourglass, that's huge, but Akali will be going down. Ornn is present, and it's just the Morgana left alive with the Baron empowered push coming down both in mid and top lane. This is almost certainly game over in favor of the Right Swipe Kings.
Right Swipe Kings really showing their progress in what it really is to be in the Scrim Gym. The practice that they're getting in from playing against this high competitive Scrim here, making them cohesive and just top dog here into the finals.
What a quality victory here coming through for the Right Swipe Kings. It felt like throughout the early game, Wildfire Eagles had the answers, but the further and further we got in, the less of those answers they could find.
Not only that, can we just point out Akali's beautiful build there at the end of the game? I think that's the build that Akali really needed at the start of the game to really carry and pop off even more.
It's toxic. So really, the big points of power that stand out to me is that TL Impact, Big Daddy Colt, and Adjustment all had phenomenal games. But really, the Ornn being such a huge brick in the top lane really proved me wrong. I do not have a very high opinion of Ornn in this metagame, but the pilot does matter. And Impact here on that Ornn did so much work that game, really just icing out all Akali. I mean, Akali still got kills, but just never ended up shaping up to be the 1,000 degree insta-kill hot knife threat that she's meant to be in this matchup. So
she was doing that mid game. She was doing that burst damage, and it was shocking damage. But the Orianna just did that outskill plays and just out CS and had that extra ability power to really burst and turn that around. On top of that, Akali just needed more pressure from the Morgana to be able to do what Akali needed. We had the Orianna consistently rotating top, and Morgana had that TP. I don't really think she utilized that TP in regards to being able to be mobile to help the Akali into the top lane, deny the Orianna, and she just got massive. Look at that. Or Big Daddy has 196, he has 9 kills, an insane amount of AP like we discussed in game, and played phenomenally through that flash. And on top of that, TL Impact gained that lane advantage. Akali was killing him and gaining momentum back, but it didn't matter at that point. He was getting shut down by the Echo roaming with Big Daddy roaming as well, and Impact got huge enough to be that tank and just had nice team rotations and map pressure with the ultimates to go in. CC knocked them up for the Echo to go in with the Orianna. It was just really nice team fight compositions happening over for the side of Right Swipe Kings.
Right, absolutely. But with that being said, we have finally reached the end of our broadcast. Once again, congratulations to the Right Swipe Kings, and congratulations to the Wildfire Eagles for putting up a great series of games of their own and making to the finals. But we basically reached the end of our broadcast. Thank you all so much for tuning into the XLNC Lightweight Scrim Gym. I've been Gaspump, joined by the fantastic Jess Express. We hope to see you again here tomorrow night for the Midweight Scrim Gym. Going to be a great time. You don't want to miss it.
Thanks, everybody.